Okay, welcome to MAME Mondays, episode 4, and we're going to be playing the original DoDonPachi. If you're a shooter fan, you should know that this marks the first time for one of the most well-known mistranslations in a shooter. Quite famous at this point, to the full extent of the jam. So, I got my slush puppy, and let's get this show started. Whoops.
Atlas.
What the heck?
Presented by Cave.
Dope. Forgot to set my buttons. 1 second. It's more like 5 seconds, I guess. There we go. Okay.
Select your battle fighter.
I'm a type A type guy. Laser.
The countdown begins. 3, 2, 1,
Go. Now, I'm not a pro at this game by any level. I just play it to have fun. And it's because it was really the game that put Cave on the map back in the 90s. This came out in 97, I believe. And it sucks because I forget sometimes, but actually, even though it was designed by Cave, as far as I know, Atlas still holds the publishing rights to it, as they do the first DoDonPachi game, which is probably why we'll never see either of them get a re-release, which really sucks. Because I tell you, if they made some kind of deal with Atlas and they made like a DoDonPachi double disc and then made it like a black label, but they like overhauled all the graphics and everything, I would pay anything to get that. And they could have like extra game modes and junk like that in it. Oh man, it'd be so awesome. Funny thing too, even though based on the newer DoDonPachi games, the bullet patterns are really simplistic in the first two games, but I don't think I've even come close to 1cc in this game ever. Also has a really good soundtrack. I have a few of the stage songs on my iPod right now. Actually, this is one of them. This and Stage 3 I also have. They're my two favorites. It's also important because this was the first Cave game I ever played. And I'm trying to remember over the years how I actually found it or how I started playing it, and I can't remember at all. I know I found it like kind of on my own, like nobody told me about it, but as far as where I actually found it or how I started playing it, I don't remember. I just remember thinking, holy shit, what is this? It's awesome. It's also kind of fun to go back and replay this from time to time because you get so used to seeing these bosses as the secret mid-bosses in Daifukatsu all the time. It's like you go back and replay this and it's like, oh yeah, that's what they really look like, or that's what they originally looked like. Damn it. See, like I was saying, no 1cc here. Maybe that's why I think this is the other song I have on my iPod too. It's really awesome. Really good guitars and stuff. What was I talking about? Oh, I think in terms of bullets, or talking about bullet density or bullet patterns in this game, they're not as dense as they are in later games, but I think they just move faster in this game, is the trade-off. Stars. That's cool. I wonder... I don't think I've ever gotten a big star like that before. Usually it's only from ground targets and stuff. Whoops. But anyway, like I was saying before, I usually consider this the granddaddy of the whole series. There was DoDonPachi that came before this, which was the original game, but I always kind of treat this one as the first game. Because technically it is, I mean, title-wise and sort of gameplay, some of the gameplay mechanics and whatnot. Was I trying to suicide right there? I don't know. Well. It's also really nice too because they remixed a chunk of the music from this game and reuse it in Saidai Aojo in the Xbox 360 mode, I believe. It was part of the arrange, or the special, or the limited edition arrange CD, if you got the limited edition of that game, or the special edition. Shit. Yep. Can't believe I haven't even used Super Weapon yet. That and the super laser sound in this game is just freaking awesome. Blow up all the little micro machines. I've seen a couple of super plays of this game from some really, really good players. And the chaining that you have to do in order to maximize your score in this game, you have to be really precise. And you have to utilize a lot of things like being able to chain off-screen enemies at the top. And things like that, which, I mean, I understand the concept, I just never really got into practicing that kind of gameplay. I'd rather just have fun. I score attack the later games in the series, but not really anything before Diao I don't score attack, or at least practice on. The chaining window is just too strict. For me, at least. Yeah. Yep. Damn it. It's always those blue ones that get me, every time. Oh, I had no way out. Wow. See, that's kind of what happens when you spend too much time playing like Daifukatsu and whatnot, and you're so used to not being lazy, I don't want to say, but you're a lot more used to having things like hypers and bullet canceling and things like that to kind of fall back on if you get into a tight spot. Whereas this, with the first 3 games in the series, well, they got hypers and Diao, but there's no bullet canceling in the first 3 games, so it's pretty much all player skill and dodging and whatnot to be able to survive. You know, like case in point, the boss of that was just firing those giant lasers, and I was like sitting right in front of it. And I didn't even, you know, it's one of those things you don't even realize because you're so used to being like, yeah, I can use my laser to push his laser back and I'm safe. And it's like, no, it's the wrong game. That's not going to work in this game. And obviously, as per Cave, the graphics are just outstanding. And still are. I mean, this game is almost... turns 20 years old in 2017 already, and it still looks great. But, you know, that's what, again, that's what Cave's known for. You know, compare this to, let's say, another vertical shooter the same time frame. You know, maybe something from like the Raiden series or something like that. Or even the Darius series as well. You know, those... I think around the same time frame you had things like, you know, Ray Storm and Ray Burst, which are not really the same type of game, I would say, because those utilized different arcade systems and whatnot, and they're like pseudo 3D, and it sort of was like around the time of the original PlayStation, and kind of 3D type things were taken off. And as far as 2D goes, yeah, Cave for the most part is pretty much always known how to do things the right way. It's probably why I'm such a big fan. A lot of other shooter fans out there like him so much, because they don't... Their games are all unique, but their games are all, you know, have that certain, let's say, Cave style to them. Ooh, that was close. Shit. There's too many power-ups. Oh, missed the last one, damn it. I think I was daydreaming there. Oh, I hate those things. See, now I just made the connection. Stage... What is it? Stage... The Stage 5 boss from Daifukatsu has the same type of attack with those large fireballs. I think it's Rayen is her name. That's where they pulled that from. You should have noticed too, at this point, that the difficulty in this game does tend to ramp up after about stage 3. Or maybe even on stage 3, I don't know, but it kind of goes... It starts out easy, and then it goes to... Oh boy, I'm gonna die. You know, and even simple graphical things like those holographic tubes coming out and stuff like that. Being 20 years old, I mean, they still look really cool. Especially on the hardware of the time. And the fact that this is... See, there's a holographic thing. That they're all everything's done by hand. So like all the little ship sprites and things like that, it all was done by hand. Not to say that they don't do things by hand nowadays, but I think you understand what I'm talking about. Whoa! Yeah, there's no dodging that thing. Or I shouldn't say that. I have 1cc'd this before, because many years ago I actually did rip from this game, or a large chunk of them. And one of the sprites I actually ripped was Hibachi's final form when he's on fire. And yes, I will admit I did use cheat codes in order to do it. It was not because of my skill level. I think I just used like an invincibility code or something. That's the only way I could do it, so. It's not a true 1cc, but let's just say I've beaten the game without dying. You know, and effects like that. Jeez, I still can't believe it, because anytime I play this, if you put like this in, say, Daifukatsu side by side, and you looked at the bullet patterns, they're so easy, yet you keep getting creamed all the time. It doesn't make them, I don't get it. I mean, this should be a piece of cake, and it's not, compared to the newer games. And that's all she wrote. I forget what the general says here. I'd have to look it up. Because I don't think he gives you like the truth ending until you do the second loop. So there you have it. There's the original that started it all. Even though it's the second one in the chronology releases, but it's still one of the best ones. I like it better. I think it's probably my second favorite after Daifukatsu. I don't really like Daiojo that much. And I've been playing Side Daiojo for, since I think January-ish. It's starting to grow on me a little bit, but I have a review of it coming up on my YouTube channel. Maybe by August, I'd like to do it. But anyways, that was episode 4. Thanks for watching. Take care.